In Armenia, the Yazidi community is mourning one of its children. Today is the day before the ceasefire deal with Azerbaijan. Samad, 19 years old, is one of the last victims of the war in Nagorno-Karabakh.
He died a hero. He gave his life for us, for everyone sitting here. By defending the motherland, he fulfilled his duty. People here are sad and crying because it's a huge loss for us.
The Yazidis are a Kurdish-speaking, non-Muslim minority who for years were persecuted by Turkey. Today, there are around 40,000 of them in Armenia. Samad was in the middle of his military service when he was sent to war.
We're so sad for these boys. We're mourning all of them, Samad and everyone else.
The human cost of the war has been staggering. Over the course of 6 weeks on the Armenian side, more than 2,400 soldiers were killed, most of them young men, and some 100,000 civilians were forced to flee their homes. Part of those who left Nagorno-Karabakh have been rehoused in hotels in the capital, Yerevan. These two young women had 3 brothers in the army. One of them was killed and another one injured.
The hardest part is having to leave our cemeteries behind. We had to leave our brother's grave there.
We couldn't even go to our brother's funeral. We just couldn't.
But one day, we will return home.
We lost a homeland and we lost men. Our losses are huge, and none of this will be forgiven.
Many people were killed and many are still missing, including some who were captured by Azerbaijan. Among the deceased, some have yet to be identified. At the Yerevan morgue, there are still many bodies with no names. Most of them have been blown apart by shelling and are unrecognizable. The effort to identify the deceased is relentless. Outside, families wait to help identify the victims or to recover the body of a loved one.
We know he's in there, but where exactly? He died on the 10th. They released the autopsy report on the 14th, and we've been waiting ever since.
Their villages, their houses, their belongings, and their loved ones. The residents of Nagorno-Karabakh have lost everything.
So many things they need: food, hygiene kits, clothes. They left in a rush.
Some 80 families fled to this village. They came here to escape Azerbaijani soldiers, who people here call the Turks.
I used to have 2 houses and the Turks burned them. One was in Shushi and the other was in Karantap.
And the death toll from the war remains uncertain.
We lost 4,000 people.
No, not that many. 2,000 dead. We still don't have the final numbers.
I'm telling you, 4,000 people died.
A lot of people are missing, and there are lots of prisoners too.
Well, they don't keep prisoners alive. They execute them.
4 of Allah's children were sent to the front. She hasn't heard from 2 of them.
All I want is to find my children. That's all that matters to me right now. And then we'll see what life has in store for me.
Allah fled her home with her youngest children. The rest of her family is still in Nagorno-Karabakh. She's been staying with an Armenian family here.
They've been with us since the 3rd of October. The sleeping arrangements aren't great, it's not luxury, but we have everything we need. We all live together. They'd do the same if we were in their shoes.
It's been 1 month, and Ala still hasn't heard from her boys. Nana and Vanuni, meanwhile, have been able to return to Stepanakert, but thousands of displaced refugees may never see their hometowns again, which are now under the control of Azerbaijan.